And I don't worry that we're being videotaped. I take this very casually. So to go on a tangent, Matt, it was Dan. Dan told me later on, I heard people were telling me that my coil was made and it was up online. There was pictures of it energized. And I said, gee, that's incredible. Who did that? And it turned out that Dan La Rochelle, our friend, who also went to Hawaii with us, sent to Jean-Louis Naudin schematics and blueprints. Did you know about that? You didn't know that? Yeah. Dan's responsible for that. And then Jean-Louis Naudin tested it, because that's what he does. They like to find things that they can claim that they can eliminate from the running and debunk. And so he went ahead, and instead of mine failing, it worked. Oh, it worked. How come it's working? The Rodin coil could be looked at basically as a supposition of two coils. It wasn't made right, and they energized series 8ing. He was very unhappy. He said the Rodin coil leaks magnet flux like a sieve, whereas he was very impressed with the standard coil, because with standard coils, they want to contain the field so that it doesn't interfere with other things. Here's what I was looking for. Bill Emrecht, he was the director of materials testing for Hewlett-Packard, same company that makes the computers and other things. And he confirmed that there was 60% greater output than a standard wound coil of the magnetism. And that, and the coil that I make is not an electrical coil. It's a field generator coil. So you can just scroll through them. It doesn't matter. It's just, he used over, that was the standard coil. He used over $1 million on his desktop alone to test them. That was the Rodin coil. That was made by Bill Ramsey. And that was actually in his workshop. And so I wasn't there. I've never personally met him. He's just, you know, he just tested the coil to confirm, because we were claiming in the original coil to get 62.5% greater output of the inductance. And so here's the point. I predicted that I had found an energy that has never been seen before. I predicted that this energy had endless names. It could be called dark matter, dark energy, tachyon, monopole. Every one of you have heard maybe one of the names, an ether, except it's an inertia ether. In religion, it's called spirit, prana, chi, tachyon. And I claim that this energy is irresistible, penetrates everything. It is the source of all motion, vibration, and time. And so I claimed that the ratio of this energy was 1 part of spirit, I like to call it, which is a little strong, to, you know, but I'm still talking about the same thing that everyone's talking about, the dark matter, whatever, if you want to approach it clinically, scientifically, or you can approach it the way I like to do, which is warm and compassionately. Okay, I only have one thing that I'm thinking, only 2 things that I'm thinking of to cover, so I'm okay. 3 things. I wanted to say a prayer. Okay, so here's where we're at in the present. What we're looking at is death traps. Okay, what's a death trap? You know, I was taught by Little League kids about death traps. I've been taught by the best. I remember it was Marina Del Rey, Playa del Rey. There used to be a baseball diamond. Anyone remember the baseball diamond in Playa del Rey? There was all those trees and stuff. It was undeveloped. It was old Howard Hughes land or something. Anyway, I was camping out there, had my Jeep, and this mother comes screaming out of the baseball tower, you know, I guess where people overlook, saying, those kids, they're trying to kill somebody. They dug out the floor. They put a rug over it, a big hole. And she says, they made a death trap. They took off the big hole in the floor of the Little League tower and stuck a rug over it. So that's a definite death trap, right? I remember one of my friends, he used to do in his yard next to his house. This guy used to ride around on his motorcycle. He went out there with his brother, and they dug holes and filled them up with rocks and put glass over them. He made death traps for the guy. I don't know what the fun of that is. I don't know why it's exciting. It's not. But what I'm talking about now when I say about death traps is how to see things, okay? And what things look like and what they really are and what they told us that was false. Okay? So let's start off with a very famous thing. It's only a about 200 years old when he discovered it. This is called a Mobius strip. Okay, so here's a piece of tape for you. This is called a circle, right? Everybody knows it, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to take that circle and we're going to bend it one time. And then we're going to tape it together. Okay. I'm sure there's a few people here who know what a Mobius strip is. It's on Wikipedia. It's fun for teaching kids. And again, you know, I teach my work instead of trying to act real haughty. And, you know, it's bad enough people say I have a big ego, but instead of trying to be pompous or whatever, I try and keep it as kids play, real simple. How are you coming over there?
That?
Yeah, that's it. Perfect. And put your tape on along like this. So death traps are optical illusions, which looks obvious to you, or what it's called following in the idle footsteps of your forefathers. It's called blind imitation. That's a death trap. Okay, you got it?